I ain't never been sued, but I'm just saying, like, who wants to get sued, okay? Hey friends, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Alex at Defined by Alex, and I have gotten this question a couple of times because it's like a theme when it comes to starting a business. I just wanted to make like a fully dedicated video and talking about the paperwork and all the legal aspects when it comes to running a business. Now let me just be really honest. When it comes to running a business, I strongly advise you guys seek like professional help, you know, lawyers, accountants, CPAs, all that good fine stuff. When it comes to running a business, I don't really dive into like the details, you know, when it comes to all of that, but I will share with you what I know and what I feel like you need when it comes to running a business. Now, I will talk about this in a more like a generic sense, but I will also tie it to like explicitly like t-shirt businesses for those of you who want to sell t-shirts and the things that you need to look out for and obtain, you know, as far as like your paperwork, making sure all your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, all of that stuff, okay? So let me go ahead and just dive right in. A common question that I've gotten, which I feel like is pretty normal, you know, like some people just really don't know, and I get that because I was once in your shoes when it came to what type of paperwork and filing do I need and things like that. So one of the main questions I get when it comes to running a business, specifically a t-shirt business, is do I need an LLC? Yes friend, you most definitely do. The reason why you want to make sure you got that LLC filed is because you don't want to get sued, okay? Point blank period. You don't want customers or clients to have the opportunity to sue you personally, okay? So you need to file the LLC. Now I'm not going to dive into like S Corp, C Corp. That's where you will consult with someone who is professional, who knows all that stuff, who can really break that down for you. But just like in the overarching like simplified level of understanding the paperwork, I recommend that you definitely file an LLC. Now depending on where you live, because this is where it becomes different for each state, I wish there was like a one size fits all filing for LLC, but because states have their own requirements when it comes to business filings, y'all, make sure you know what your state requires because that's how you're going to know what to file, you know, things like that. So I would just say, you know, go to the courthouse if you got to go to the courthouse to file your LLC. Look into your Secretary of State. That's where a lot of times people will file their LLC, but nonetheless, this is where it really takes you to do your own research to know, like, you know, what to file and things like that. So I would definitely recommend you get that LLC, honey, okay? So you will not get sued. It is not fun. I ain't never been sued, but I'm just saying, like, who wants to get sued, okay? The LLC protects you as the person, the entity, I should say, from being sued by the client. So if a client is not happy with your services, with your product, and they want to take you to court, well, they will sue your company, hence your LLC, versus you, okay? So I hope that really helps you guys just understand the basic, like the basics of obtaining an LLC and how important it is to have one and why I strongly recommend that you do. If you are operating your business and you ain't got no LLC, don't do that. Don't be that person, okay? So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so this is where it comes to getting into the IRS's business, and you gotta make sure you file your EIN, and that is your employer identification number. Now this is free, okay? Before I kind of dive into this, let me just say this because I forgot. For the LLC, it is a charge for that. That is where it depends on the state that you live in, because depending on your state, that's what you'll file and that's what you'll pay, okay? So I don't know how much it costs per each state. I live in Missouri, so that's, I know how much it is for Missouri, but also find out how much the LLC filing is because it is going to be different for each state. But going back to the EIN, you want to make sure that you have this, you know, registered or whatever. And so this is free. All you have to do, you can literally just Google like EIN IRS and Google, okay? Super simple. And you just sign up there, just fill in all of the information and make sure that your business has an EIN number. This number is how your business is identifiable when it comes to registration, taxes, everything, okay? So a lot of people like to call it your social security number for your business. So if that helps you with understanding what the EIN serves, then I highly recommend that you do that too if you are just getting started, or if you are operating a small business and you don't have that, then you need to do that like today, expeditiously. Also with this paperwork, you want to make sure that you are staying as organized as possible, okay? Because the last thing you need is to, you know, come tax time, you need to file all this and have everything ready, and you scrounging to see where everything is. So I recommend that you, if you don't already have like an organizational system, you learn how to get one. It is going to be really important as a business owner in general to stay organized. So it's going to be super helpful for you to be able to do that with your business documents and your paperwork, because who got time to be looking for something? It's just not going to be, it's not going to make sense. Okay, so don't do that. So just make sure that you have some type of like organizational structure set up when it comes to running your business. And I don't mean putting stuff in your notes in your phone. I mean having like a really good tracking system, having file folders, having like hard copies. Okay, I'm talking about making this super legit. Not everything can always be in your notes in a picture or something. I recommend that you have the actual hard copies, you put stuff in file folders, you make it legit, so that way you know that you got everything on the up and up. Okay, so now let's move on to a huge thing, a huge thing when it comes to your business filing and paperwork, and honey, that is the trademark. Now, I am no lawyer. You guys know I do not talk about anything legal on this channel. I would highly recommend you consult with a lawyer, okay? Consult with a lawyer. There's no way you can file your trademark without one, period. So consult with a lawyer, someone who has professional legal counseling to file your trademark. Here's what I think about a trademark, okay? Now, trademarks are not cheap to file, and I will just be honest with you guys, transparent moment. I've spent like $600 trademarking my business. Will I do it again? Yes. Is it something that's gonna hurt your pocket? Yeah. But is it gonna be helpful? Absolutely, okay? Because trademarking, honey, lets people know that they can't steal your stuff. So make sure that you are prepared and you are preparing yourself to file that trademark, my friend, okay? Do not be out here operating in your business and be so vulnerable for someone to come and just snatch your stuff right up because you are not trademarked, okay? So trademarking allows you to sue other people who may have copied your stuff. I really want to stress the trademark piece of it all, because you know, when you start a business and you really have a good idea, you're up and running, this is real out here. People are really watching what you do, and there are people who are just waiting for the opportunity to come and snatch up something that is not theirs, okay? I'm gonna put this completely out here. I've seen it. It is a horrible thing that people go through, and it's unfortunate that we have people, of course, that copy, but y'all know it's people out here like that. So let me just call it what it is. So I'm just saying that trademarking is really going to be your best friend when it comes to protection, when it comes to not being susceptible for people to come and steal your hard work, okay? Because we don't need that. So just make sure that you are protecting yourself in all aspects. And I would not even look at this as like a money thing off the bat, because honestly, you got to pay some money to really get where you want in life anyway sometimes. And when it comes to running a business, making sure your LLC is filed, making sure you have your EIN registered and completed, and then making sure you are trademarked, those three things is going to really give you that peace. Okay, I want you to have peace with your business. It is not fun operating a business and you just winging it because you get sales, but on the back end, you have no structure, you are not organized, and you just flying by the seat of your pants. And girl, nah, we are not doing that. So I highly recommend that all of these like pillars I just talked about, LLC, EIN, and trademark, is being prioritized when it comes to running your business, okay? I don't want to see anybody having fun in their business and they're growing, and then all of a sudden they are getting sued or people are stealing their ideas, and it's just a headache that y'all don't want. Y'all really don't want that, okay? I personally have never gone through these experiences because I'm the type of person that likes to have things in order. Even though I still kind of messed up in my first business, I had my paperwork together and I knew what I needed to amend and all that stuff. So starting a new business for me out the gate, I already know what to do. I already know how to handle everything and stuff like that. So I highly recommend that you guys take heed of what I'm saying, because again, I don't want to see anybody have a business and then they struggling because somebody stole their stuff or suing them and they taxes all jacked up because they ain't got no EIN, honey, because that's a lot. Okay, y'all, so I actually forgot this part of the video, so I had to come back because I did not want you guys to not hear this information. Another part of getting your documents and making sure your business is on the up and up, for the t-shirt sellers specifically, I do want to encourage you to get your resale license license or your seller's permit, you guys, they are the same thing depending on where you live. It may just be called something different, but it's the resale license. So it's a license and it gives you permission to buy wholesale and buy things in bulk. Go ahead and obtain this because the benefit of having your resales license or your seller's permit is that when you buy like your t-shirts in bulk, and I'll use Jiffy shirts for a really good example because this is what happened to me. When I uploaded my documents, like my seller's permit, I was able to buy a lot of my t-shirts in bulk and not have to pay taxes on it, okay? So the gag is when you go ahead and get that seller's permit, number one, you are, you know, permitted to buy things wholesale and in bulk, but the added benefit to all of that is that when you buy wholesale, honey, you ain't got to worry about them taxes that comes with it if you were to buy it without a wholesale license, okay? So I just wanted to make sure I told y'all that because as I was going through the first round of this video, I said, oh, I forgot to tell them the most important part that applies to t-shirt sellers specifically. And so I just wanted to make sure you guys know, and I encourage to get your seller's permit or your resales license so that when you buy your t-shirts in bulk or whatever you buy in bulk, you can receive that tax credit and then pretty much the tax exemption for buying things wholesale. Now, in conjunction with like the paperwork and legal aspect of having a business, I also want to put a bug in your ear to make sure that you are opening up a business bank account. Look into business credit, okay, you guys? It is the all-time plug to have business credit. I am currently building my business credit as we speak, and honey, I feel like I should have done this about 8 years ago. Like, just because you want to make sure that if you don't want to use your money, you got somebody else's money, or like they say, OPM, other people's money, okay, to run your business. So I strongly recommend that you guys are looking into building your business credit. There's so many channels and resources, honey, Instagram accounts. There are people out there to help you establish business credit. So I really want you guys to take hold of that and understand that that's going to be really helpful for your business when it comes to capital, when it comes to loans, when it comes to anything that you desire in your heart for your business to grow. You're gonna need that money there, okay? So wanted to touch on that too. I'm not gonna dive too into it because I am not the expert in business credit, but I know a little bit about it to share with you guys for you to start adding that to the list of things to run your business successfully. Okay, friends, so that's it for today's video, okay? Talking about the paperwork, the legality behind the business, and things that you really need to have on paper, in your files, in your drives when it comes to running a business, okay? I really want you guys to be successful, especially if you think that your business has what it takes to really, you know, honey, hit the charts. So if you guys are liking this content, don't forget to leave me a like and a comment. I want to know what you think about having all of these things, or have you gotten all these things and now you're just ready to start with your business? And if that is you, then go for it. Give yourself a pat on the back because you have gotten all the things, all your ducks in a row, which is super important when running a business. Or on the flip side, if this is something that is completely new for you, let me know how you feel now in the comments below, if you're more comfortable with learning this information and knowing what to do next when it comes to starting a business. So that is it for today's video, my friends. As always, don't forget to do what? Mind your business, and always choose yourself first, and I'll be back in my next video. Bye, y'all.